Now next topic, that is electron orbit. Say Rutherford suggested this thing in atom entire positive charge as well as almost entire mass is concentrated in the small tiny region at the center of it, which is known as nucleus. An electron revolves round it. And he suggested this thing, electron can revolve in any orbit as per the energy possessed by it. We know this thing in different orbit. The energy of electron, that is different one, are also known as energy states or energy levels. Okay. So now when electron is revolving in the orbit, then to sustain its circular motion, centripetal force is required, we know. Now the Coulombian force between electron, which is negatively charged particle, and the nucleus, which one is positively charged. So Coulombian attractive force will provide the required centripetal force. Now here if we consider the case of hydrogen atom, which one is the simplest type of atom? So for that there is one proton in a nucleus and one electron is revolving round it. So Z atomic number, that is 1. Okay. So here we can write the Coulombian force between proton and electron, that is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 E square upon R square, where R, that is the radius of the orbit of electron, means the distance between proton and electron. And that particular Coulombian attractive force will provide the required centripetal force mv square by r, where m, that is the mass of electron, v, that is its orbital speed, and r, that is the radius of the orbit. If we consider any other, suppose we take helium, then for that here we have to use 2e, okay, like that. Now mv square, that is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 E square by r. 1 r is cancelled from both the sides. So if we make r as a subject, then r equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 E square upon mv square. This is the equation for the radius of orbit of electron. Then if we make v square as a subject here, take mass on right hand side. So v square, that is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 E square upon mr. Then take square root. So v equal to under root 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 E square upon mr. So this is the equation for the orbital speed of electron. Now energy of electron in the orbit. So total energy of the electron, that is kinetic energy plus potential energy. Kinetic energy, that is half mv square, and potential energy, that is k q1 q2 upon r. So q1, that is charge of proton E, q2, that is charge of electron minus E. So we can write the potential energy, that is minus 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 E square by r. Now here from this particular equation, this one, we can write mv square, that is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 E square by r. So this mv square is replaced by 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 E square by r. Now this one is 1 upon 8 pi epsilon 0 E square by r minus 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 E square by r. Resultantly, we will get this total energy, that is minus 1 upon 8 pi epsilon 0 E square by r. Clear? See, the total energy of electron in the orbit, that is negative 1. So when total energy is negative, we know this thing, it is called binding energy. It implies that electron is bounded in the orbit with this much energy. clear to all of you. Then after